Hello again, Strickpop. Welcome back to my channel, to my stream, where I will be testing Scars Above, horror sci-fi shooter that came out recently and that apparently has some roguelite, not roguelite, Souls-like elements. I'll see if I'll like it. I've played similar games some time ago, I think around a year ago, I was given a game called Earth Shadow, which was an indie game, and I was given that from Bill, from the director, directly. Well, this one is similar to that one. So if you've watched me play Earth Shadow, or if you've played the game yourself, this is probably the closest game, the closest in terms of genre to other games. The game I could compare it with myself. Earth's Shadow. So let's start on the easy difficulty. If it's too easy, can I? Yeah, I can change it. Okay, let's start with the easiest because you know Souls-like games they're made difficult. And this one is apparently attempting to be the Souls-like type of shooter.
Personal log.
I'm
Mission
gonna pour some
Specialist
juice
Kate
in the
Ward.
meantime.
Sentient Contact
Let you
Assessment to
watch
and
the
Response Team.
trailer.
We always wondered if we're alone in the universe. We observed and explored, but found nothing. Until now.
Myself some bamboo rolls. The better way to drink when
Mission
you have a
Control to
beard and
Hermes.
mustache.
Status check.
All systems nominal. We're working on a solution for our scan power requirement. We'll update soon.
Roger that, Hermes. Keep us posted.
Kate, we have an issue.
Problem with the scan?
We've underestimated the power requirements necessary to penetrate the Metahedron's hull. Mike has an idea, but he could use a hand. He's in the lab and he'll give you the details.
On my way.
Okay. By the way, the game detected ultra settings. How to detect it ultra settings. So I'm not sure whether I'll be able to keep good FPS with those settings. It doesn't seem like that's the case. I'll go ahead and reduce some stuff. I cannot switch motion blur, really? Would it be nice if I could switch it? Okay, I think this would be fine. This should keep me at stable 60. Hopefully. Well, we're getting 1% woes that I'm not liking, so let me go again. And change some more stuff. One percent woes around 50, 42. Not a fan of those 1% woes. Okay, let's go everything woe. Not seeing much of an improvement. Honestly, the FPS didn't improve much to make it worth going WoW. I'll keep it that way. And definitely don't want this. It doesn't let me confirm. Why? Why won't it let me confirm? I guess it's auto confirmed. I think it auto confirmed. It doesn't look like it confirmed. It looks like it's scaling the resolution even though I told it not to scale. Strange. Okay, now it looks the way it should. I found a bug in the user interface just now. What is up, Gotas? Welcome back to you. Did you finish Hogwarts Legacy
Tim
finally?
was lucky that Robinson interrupted us. I was on the verge of victory. The day when Tam and I graduated and decided to join the space program. Never thought it would lead to alien objects in space.
Talk to Mike. Alright, Mike. We have a conversation with him to finish. Where is Mike? Can I run? I cannot run yet.
Hey, Kate. I think I figured out a way to give us the power we need for the scan. I've attached the scanners directly to the engines.
Wow, directly? Brave.
I think it'll
This
work.
voice sounds
but
familiar.
we
I'm not
need to
sure
find a
where
way
I've
to
heard it
kickstart the
from.
process with around 500,000 volts.
Do we still have those SLD-26 welders in the equipment room?
Yeah, I think we have one or two, but why do you... Oh! You want to modify it to discharge high voltage electricity. And you call me brave.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Do I go here? The biobet. Assemble the high voltage device at the WAP. Am I at the WAP? I'm not at the WAP. This is the WAP. Yeah? They went overboard with that.
Now I need to craft a rail module at the mobile printing unit. There. It should be strong enough to direct and focus the electrical current.
And here we go, assembly time.
Now to fit all this together. Only missing a power source. I have to adjust the frequency of the Tesla coil first. I see Mr. Jefferson is in the lab today.
Yeah, I never leave my home planet without him.
Okay.
There. Now just to calibrate
Now we
the
have a
output
gun.
voltage.
That looks like a space blaster.
Just a tool. nothing else. It's a vectorized energy rail accelerator, discharging electrical...
Vera! Let's call it Vera for short.
You sure like to name things.
What, Vera?
Vera it is.
What am I supposed to do now? Go to the engine room and boost the reactor's energy.
Mike, I'm in front of the reactor. What's the best way to power it with extra energy?
See the 3 positronic nodes surrounding the core? A jolt to each one would be sufficient. Yes! Keep it up!
Cheat 3 volts.
Almost there. We need a little more energy for the reaction. Huh. Let's try a direct shot to the core. Straight to the heart.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous at all.
It's working. I'm feeding the excess power directly to the scanner.
I haven't seen you shoot like this since the college rifle championship.
Yeah, I also remember you taking first place from me.
And don't you forget it.
Well, it says, did you see
Dr.
the
Ward,
Greek
Dr. Yoshida,
train
into the bridge,
accident?
please.
I'm not thinking
Time to see what's
you're
inside
showing
our
the news.
alien guest.
I don't do news. I don't have any place from where I can. Well, I could obviously I could read news on my computer, but I don't have time for that. So I do not know about an accident. No, I didn't know until you told me. But yeah, I don't watch TV or anything from where one normally would find the news. And my news feed is mostly gaming related. When I watch my browser, I only go into tech news and gaming news websites. Were there many casualties, or did people manage to survive, all of them, during that accident?
I should return Vera to the equipment room. She served her purpose.
Go to the bridge. Are we gonna meet the other person we heard on the comms?
Telemetry check.
Telemetry check.
No, 2
Here
more
go.
people
How
here.
are we doing with that sensor array, Mike?
We're ready, Commander.
You have the honors, Dr. Ward. Take your place when ready and start the scan.
Many deaths, many injured, and still lost. Aha,
Excess energy
they're
seems to
still
have done
doing
the
a
trick.
rescue operation
V-Ray is
to try and
locked on the
find some
metahedron
people
and operating
that
at
are
almost
missing.
200% of its standard efficiency. Say the word, Commander.
Well, I hope
Just a moment, Dr. Team,
they find everyone
can I have your
that
attention,
hasn't
please?
been found. There was an interesting stand-up comedy
Since the dawn
about
of humankind,
tragedies
our species has gazed
by
toward the
Anthony
skies and wondered
Jeselnik.
whether we were truly alone.
It's a Netflix special,
Well,
and he's
6 months ago, we
taking
got
a
our
jab
answer.
at the people who
With
always
it
try to say
came new
thoughts and
questions.
prayers
is this
when
object in
when a
front?
tragedy
Where did it
happens.
come from?
And he
Who
puts
sent
it very nicely.
While the
If you
governments,
haven't watched
leaders,
this guy,
thinkers,
Anthony
and
Jeselnik,
common people
you
discussed
might
the
wanna
meaning of this event.
watch
We were
Thoughts
training.
and Prayers.
We were
I'm gonna
preparing.
write it.
The SCAR team.
The guy is
Now,
brutal.
The whole world is relying on us. We're dreamers and skeptics. We're explorers and pioneers. With hearts and minds. With courage and resolution. With trust,
You might wanna watch
fellowship,
this.
with science.
It's he puts
We're
it
going
very
to give the
nicely
world their
about
answer.
those people who are trying to
And in this
seem
historic
good by
moment,
saying
the
thoughts and prayers
conjunction
to
of
earn I'm a
hopes
good
and
person
fears.
points.
There's no people I'd rather face the unknown with.
There's a tragedy.
Dr. Ward, you have the honors. Let's do this.
Yes, Commander.
So he's not making fun of tragedies, he's making fun of people.
Scared?
Try
course
to
I
earn good
I thought
points.
you army pilots were
Is it
trained
right?
not to be.
We're trained to control
The
it.
internet, you know.
The fear keeps us sharp. How are
Especially
you holding
celebrities.
up, Doctor?
Celebrities do that a lot.
Oh, I'm 100% sharp, all right.
You always see thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers won't help
So,
much. Donations, on the
You
other
think it's a
hand,
weapon?
to rescue
Well,
operations
a
and
weapon
stuff,
is a
that
very
that
human
definitely
concept.
helps for relief
Perhaps what
and
we
so
perceive
on.
as a weapon is just a tool.
So if those
Wait,
celebrities want to help,
Scan. The
that's the
metahedron's
way
energy
to help.
levels are rising rapidly.
There is a tragedy like the earthquake in Syria, for example, and Turkey.
Okay, what happened?
Power supply failing.
If I remember
Sensors
too, I will
offline.
search it, but I don't like
I'm
reading
switching to
bad
backup
news.
generators. I'll try to
I
reroute.
don't get anything from reading the bad news. I would know that something bad has
Look,
happened to some people somewhere out there in the world. But
It's
what does
creating
reading
some
the
sort
news?
of a gravity well.
There's nothing I can do right
Hermes
now
is
to
being
help.
pulled towards it.
I'm not
Hang on,
earning enough to be able to donate to help. So reading the news would only make me unhappy because
Dr.
something
Ward.
bad has happened. I
Kate!
normally avoid reading news, especially news websites and newspapers. They thrive on accidents and stuff. They earn money by covering bad stuff, and there are some newspapers that are filled with scandals and bad shit happening coverage. So they can if they're online newspaper clickbait. If they're not an online newspaper, they want to grab what was it called, title, grabby front page titles to make you buy the newspaper.
Commander Robinson? Tam? Mike? Anyone? Where are you?
So it begins.
What is this place?
Where is our weapon?
What's happening? Who was that?
How do I understand it?
Where am I?
I'm not playing on maximum settings, obviously, so don't expect the water to behave like it would if I were playing maximum, if that's even water, whatever liquid it is. Physical strain drains your stamina, and where can I see my body stamina?
Wait!
It's a human mistake for this accident. By who? By the train. What was the name of the train driver? I'm not sure if English had a separate. I think there was a separate word for train drivers. I just forgot it. But yeah, was that the person, or was what type of human mistake would it have been? Oftentimes accidents happen due to human
How is
mistake.
this possible?
Either bad maintenance
planet
or
is
bad
this?
driving
Did
skills,
the metahedron bring us here?
or someone being where they shouldn't be, which again I guess falls under the bad driving skills. Bad maintenance is a culprit very often when it comes to accidents, regardless whether it's a train or a bus or whatever. Oftentimes that's a huge problem.
Some sort of alien structure. What is going on?
The train station master. Aha. So he, the person in charge of the train station, didn't navigate the trains into the right spot, and there was a collision as a result of that. There's actually nowadays there are some advanced train stations using artificial intelligence to handle all the management of the right tracks, which train goes where. In fact, like last year when Nvidia was announcing their new 4000 series
A Scar
GPUs,
emergency signal. It must be someone from the
there
team.
was a segment
I have
on
to get to
exactly
them.
this on a train station that is being managed by Nvidia powered Nvidia GPU powered AI. Not sure if the software for this is expensive, but see, such human errors could be avoided. But then, if you rely only on AI,
I'm not getting through these vines
software
without sunlight to
can
cover.
be glitchy and buggy, and there could be accidents caused due to this. So even if you let
The
AI
debris,
take
it's from the
charge,
Hermes.
I think there
It
should
must have
still
splintered
always
off
be
when the ship
human
entered the atmosphere.
supervision to make sure the AI is not making stupid decisions.
A Scar field backpack. Empty, but still useful. This electric cutter can cut through even the toughest materials. I'd better take it with me.
The same goes for self-driving cars. It's good that cars can drive, but it's always nice to have human supervision there in case something unexpected happens and prevent accidents and so on. Okay, we got our first weapon.
Log entry. A joint-legged invertebrate life form, similar to a
By the way, tomorrow
Fast movement, small frame.
or the day after tomorrow, I will be making my high-profile March upcoming games video.
Log entry.
And
This plant
in
doesn't have
March,
any
I most likely
chloroplasts,
would just make
which
one
means it
high
can't
profile,
conduct
one low
photosynthesis.
profile video.
Strange.
Because I'll be too busy making Diablo 4 builds. I want to make at least 10, so 5 more at least, before the beta. And I'll keep making more after the beta when I have information. I'll start theory crafting with gems and sockets in mind and all of that stuff once I have information about that. But I already have 5 build videos for Diablo 4.
But there's no obvious locking
If you haven't
mechanism.
watched them, you could watch them on my YouTube channel
Log
or
entry.
read the
gate
shortened
has an internal conduction system.
versions on
The
my
3
website.
points on the
On
rim seem
strictweb.xyz,
sensitive. A targeted blast of
I've got
electricity could
shortened
cause a
versions. I
reaction.
just uploaded them as a mirror on Wasted 666 and to see
There has to be
how
something around here I could use to
easy
open
it
the
would be
gate.
to copy
I should
my
look around.
content from my website into Wasted 666. It wasn't that difficult, very minor edits. So I will be posting there. What do I need to do? Look around for a way to open the alien gate. This thing glowy here, it looks like an obvious thing.
Increase the current. Just a bit.
But those builds I've uploaded, they're not for the beta.
There. Awesome. We did
Because
it.
the beta is only level 25, it's only the first act.
Mike and I were finishing our electrical experiment just after
So
lunch.
the things I've included in the builds require access to the other areas and require to have around 60 points. Roughly 60 skill points out of 100. What do I do with this thing I picked up? Maybe I need more. Did I miss anything? Okay, I missed this one. This is extremely useless to have to do
Vera,
that.
it's still intact.
You have to open left, open right, pull it instead of the game just opening it for me. It's unnecessary. It's boring to have to do that.
What? What the hell was that?
An arachnid scorpiot. Toxicity.
Wow.
Okay, now I can see my stamina. So I can shoot the projectile. And if I shoot the projectile, it explodes. How do I heal? Q.
Feels like I'm moving through entrails.
I like Q for healing.
Log entry. Large joint-legged organism. The
Knowledge
chemicals in its
gained.
abdomen can create an explosion when heated to a certain temperature.
Alright, so once we get a knowledge level up, we probably can get skill points or something. I know from screenshots of the game that there is some sort of a skill point system. Maximum capacity of what? Galvanic extract. What is this thing here?
Log entry.
Knowledge.
I found a strange
5%.
alien cube. It's emitting neural. Log entry. I found.
Wait, what? Why doesn't the audio keep playing? See, the audio should keep playing once I close this interface.
Log entry. I found a strange alien cube. It's emitting neural waves. This means it has the potential to send information directly to the brain.
Lotus, are there any builds? Are there any Diablo 4 builds you want me to make for you? Like, what class and what skill are you planning on using? Just wondering, I still haven't decided what to make for the next batch of 5. I'm wondering, and not just Gotus, anyone who's watching and feels like chatting, feel free to tell me if there's any specific types of builds for either of the classes that you folks would be interested in testing.
Another one of these pillars.
For Diablo 4, that is. Not a hostile creature. Alien pillar. Okay, that's our respawn points.
These cables, they're from the Hermes. Some kind of flesh-like webbing. I have to break through it. Log entry. Strong organic tissue, but the blisters appear to be filled with diethyl ether. Most likely flammable.
So I need a way to burn it. Why can't I activate my melee weapon? Alright, squeeze through.
Log entry. This is a biovessel for an indigenous creature. The shell seems highly combustible. It contains an organism that is almost fully formed. I better not touch it.
Okay. Poplium. What the fuck is a poplium?
This equipment, it's from the Hermes, but we were there just an hour ago. The whole place is covered with some kind.
Commander Richard Robinson, log entry. Ever since I left the Hermes, it's been getting worse. The growth. I have to get it off. I've salvaged some electrical components. I might be able to craft an incendiary device with the MPU. Burn the growth. The body must be cleansed.
Ever since he left the Hermes, but we were just there. He sounds different, enraged.
Traveled in the future? We probably traveled sometime in the future. Now we have to craft here. With the thermic module, maybe the herbs.
Yes, I can print a custom emitter with the MPU, connect it with the thermic module, and attach it all to the welder's frame. This might burn straight through that flesh-like webbing. And I'm taking the MPU.
Abilities. Ability points in xenobiology and engineering branches. As Kate progresses on her journey, she will unlock new personal abilities. I'm liking what I'm seeing. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so 11. And what's that? 4, 7, 10, 11. So 22 abilities to invest into. I have 0 ability points, so let's not bother with it for now. Let's get leveled up and then we'll see where to spend them. Where? I don't see it. Okay.
How far would you go in the search for answers?
As far as needed, I guess, in this game. The incendiary not that great against that enemy. Knowledge gained 15%. Ability points, yes. Increasing stamina. 25% the clip will be replenished. 50% faster reloading time if timed correctly. Never liked systems like those in games. They feel forced to me. Increase capacity of Kate's battery using gadgets. Highlight all interactive objects and resources in the area. 20% chance that the consumable will reconstruct itself. Nice. Ammo cap and fiber cap increased by 50%. Hmm. Rapid rewards all weapons. It's ignored healing consumable heals. Enhance all weapons to deal more damage. So pretty much to unlock this row you need to learn 3. You need to put 3 points here, then 3 points here, then 3 points here just so you can get that one. You can skip one of those 4 and that's it. If you want to reach this you have to have 9 previous points invested. Same goes for that one. HP 20%. Healing of a heal charge from 50 to 80%. Extraction effectiveness. Plants and monsters have 25% chance to grant an extra resource. Consumables cost 20% less. Huh. Does the healing potion count as a consumable though? I don't think it does. I think it's separate. Okay, some loot.
Log entry. I have cataloged all of the medical supplies for our
Healing.
mission. Potent stuff. Boosters, stimulants,
You got some crafting. Oh, ho, ho, ho,
I know
ho.
our
Fuck,
mission will
fuck,
have
fuck,
plenty
fuck.
of unknowns, but seems like overkill. Better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Man, they're not messing around, appearing randomly out of nowhere right next to you. At least the horror atmosphere of the game is definitely on the spot. Spot on. Oh fuck! I'll die. I'll die! Ah!
Hold on, Kate.
I died from the fucking poison. Well, I have a respawn point nearby. But damn, those were like super ambush, sneaky ambushy enemies. Do I have to redo everything now, or do I just respawn?
I don't see the energy points on this gate. Perhaps they're on the other side.
Did the enemies respawn? I hope they didn't, so that anything I've killed remains killed. That's the way I like my games of this type. There should be little guys and a big guy here spawning. Okay. What the hell? Why can't I do anything with this compass? Tells me to press E, but that's it. Yeah.
Incredible. What could the purpose of such a colossal structure be?
New entry out of the
Energy
monolith.
relocation?
How far would you go?
Robinson's backpack. He was here. I should look around and try to reconstruct his... The whole backpack is covered in organic residue.
Hmm.
Robinson's boot. Apparently he was heading towards the water. Carnivorous worm-like organisms secreting acidic saliva. It would melt my suit and my flesh in moments.
Hmm.
Robinson must have lost balance and grabbed this rock. Seemed like he had trouble walking. He had issues walking, but pushed himself into the worm-infested water. The worms converged on him. They seemed to fuse with his body. What happened to you, Richard?
Oh, don't tell me we
His
have to
signal is
fight
on the
him
other
as a
side.
boss.
Somehow he got through the worms. I won't last a moment, but I must find a way across.
Can we just electrocute or something those worms or just throw some rocks?
Log entry. Seems like this part of the structure is the command panel, but I'm not getting any energy readings from it.
There's
It
that
must
door.
be deactivated. I can see the energy points on the gate from this side.
I feel like an enemy will spawn right now. Somewhere around here. Ah, fuck. Rookie mistake. Let's go save again. Knowledge. Smell some enemies spawning anytime now. Maybe past this thing here. Weak point, so there's definitely gonna be a fight.
Oh my god!
Nice.
That was brutal. The aggressiveness of these creatures goes beyond typical territorial behavior. Is something causing such hostility?
So we got this one. Can I look at my consumables? Where do I check my consumables? Okay, let's look around. Let's see this way. More knowledge. Oh, motherfucker. Calm down, you monkey.
What was that thing?
He's taunting us. Sci-Fi the Grid says, oh no. How's it going? Welcome back. How are you today? Yes, we jump down. Like there's gonna be some
These
ambush.
creatures, it
Ah,
looks like their secretion is freezing the water.
No work. Oh yeah. I guess.
Log entry. The creature's carapace is underdeveloped. If I find a mature specimen,
Gotta
I
love
might be able
our
to
national
utilize their
holidays, but
freezing
wait, isn't it on the 3rd? Oh, it's they're giving it a day. They're giving it a day early. Wait, why is there the 2nd of March? Shouldn't it be the 3rd of March that they're letting people off work? Did they decide to give people off on the 2nd and the 3rd, but for both days?
Better stick to the frozen surface if I don't want to be eaten alive.
Are you excited? Are you excited for the Diablo 4 beta? Ah, it's the 3rd, but you also took the 2nd as a day off. So, are you excited about the Diablo 4 beta? And if yes, what types of builds would you like to see? Since I'm taking requests. What types of builds for what type of class? Like, for example, you want to play with this class and that skill. I'm taking ideas for what to try and build around. Obviously, I don't know much about sockets and stuff like that yet. I'm just doing skills and
This one is
aspects.
huge. It's producing large quantities of that
You
freezing
you
secretion.
bought Last Epoch. Well, you don't need to buy Diablo 4 to play the beta. The first weekend is for pre-order people. The second weekend is for everyone. That's why it's open beta. Everyone will be able to play it, even if you didn't buy the game yet. You will be able to play Diablo 4 on the second weekend, from the 24th until the 27th or something like that. Are you enjoying Last Epoch? Or do you regret buying it?
There's the brain, and the deuterocerebrum seems to be generating an electrical charge. This gland is secreting the cryogenic fluid that's freezing the water. The cocktail of digestive acids is dissolving local plant life into homogeneous matter.
You
The
have played
process
it for
seems to
only
be
2
aided
hours
by
and it...
bioelectricity.
Ah yeah, if you've only played for 2 hours, then there is no way you would regret the purchase.
And this neural pathway is conducting large amounts
You
of
barely scratched the
bioelectricity.
surface of the game and what it is like. Explore further to find way past the worms. Where would that further be? You don't think they will properly release it until 2025 or something? For Last Epoch? Yeah. I think they'll squeeze the early access phase of the game as much as possible to make sure it's ready. I mean, people have been playing and supporting the game for a long time. Diablo 4 2023, Path of Exile to 2024. Yes, indeed. The big guns, the big names of the genre. And even considering even if they do release eventually, people will be very busy playing those two other games and probably wouldn't want to touch anything else unless it's like in between seasons and stuff. And Diablo 4 is like a very Diablo 4 is like the yandere of games right now. The way they're handling seasons. You will need a long time every season, and you would barely have time to play other games if you want to level up one of every class in Diablo 4 to max level every season. Which again, there aren't that many people who play one of every class or multiple of every class and stuff like that and get them to max every season. But yeah, leveling up outs will be difficult. Thankfully, they are giving ways to get experience boosts after your first leveled character every season. But I hope they rework this, because Diablo is the game that wants you to play that game only. It doesn't want to give you time to play other games in between seasons. Like, for example, right now, if people were to play Path of Exile, give them a month at max and maybe month and a half or so, and they've done most of what they want and they have time to play something else. This is where Vast Epoch would come very nicely for Path of Exile players. In general, Vast Epoch is a game targeting Path of Exile fans and players. That's their target audience, and they have stated many times that they're fans of the franchise, of the game, and that they were inspired by it one way or another. And it's obvious. It's the obvious thing there. Whereas with Diablo 4, it won't be as easy to play other games in between seasons, unless you have super high amount of time every day to play. Then you won't be able to achieve much without sacrificing some precious time. You're saying they kind of simplified the skill tree, which is actually fairly good. Feels like a better version of Grim Dawn so far, just with added elements. Well, I'm not a fan of how they're handling the skill trees and how difficult it is to respect, how they didn't give me free unlimited. In general, I think instead of leveling up the skill, you should level up the SWAT where you put the skill. This is the way you should handle leveling skills. You level up the SWAT. Once the SWAT is leveled up to maximum level, like level 20 I think was the maximum in Vast Epoch, then you should be able to put any skill there and have those 20 points at your advantage, at your disposal, to do whatever you want with them and to freely respect a skill if you don't feel like it. But they decided to go the shitty way and made it super grindy to re-level skills unless you're at the end game, at the high end game, and then there's a lot of experience and stuff. Then there's the end game. Their end game is pretty boring to me, especially the arena one, the survival one. Where you have to do it in one go. I'm not sure what to do in this game. I'm stuck. I guess brute forcing my way through. Brute forcing my way through the trap was the way to do
This
it.
way should take me back to the monolith.
I don't have any more healing now. You mostly play New World. Wow. The super unexpected game for you to be mostly playing. Well, what do you think about Throne and Liberty? Or as some people might know it, Lineage 3. It's the official successor of Lineage that started off as a Lineage 3 and eventually became a new franchise. Throne and Liberty. And Amazon actually took the publishing rights for the West. So Amazon will be publishing it and probably ruining it, just like they did with New World and Lost Ark, with shitty cash shop bullshit and a game designed around the cash shop to make you wanna spend money. I had hopes for the game that it will be nice, but I don't know why I even have hopes for MMOs nowadays. Now that pay to win is a thing and predatory monetization is a thing. And games are designed around the cash shop rather than making a cash shop that's designed around the content and the game, with cosmetics and stuff in mind only. I think I'm stuck, and now whatever I do, I'll get wrecked. There's no way for me to get there. Yep, as I expected. I can't get there. I have to go back. I mean, it will respawn me back, so I don't have to do it myself. But I don't know how I'm supposed to escape this place. I can't climb up. I can't climb up the place from where I came. Now there's gotta be those little fuckers here. You're saying they literally had alpha version for like 2 years. Yeah, last epoch. It's kind of like that. It's do be like that. It's how it is with last epoch. Let's see. Come on. I don't know how to get back to where I came from. To the buff parts. Oh, I have to inspect this one again. It doesn't remember that I've inspected this. Now I have to do that again.
The creature is mixing bioelectricity with whatever it digests to generate an enzyme, and the enzyme is used to create a cryogenic fluid in the cranial gland. So if I take a sample, I might be able to replicate the process.
Hey, she didn't do that last time, did she? I don't remember her doing that last time.
I might be able to use this to craft some kind of cryogenic device with the MPU.
How would I craft over here?
It could help me to get through the worms.
Ah, see, this didn't happen last time when I did this.
Let's see if this device works.
You're talking about New World. Wait, New World has been in alpha version for like 2 years? Didn't they fully launch the game like a year ago or so? I mean, I remember when I played the game, it wasn't a beta or alpha or whatever, it was supposedly the full game. I mean, I was in the New World Creators program, which pretty much just gives you some assets and that's it. Nothing special about it. But the New World was extremely disappointing. A cheap copy of Guild Wars 2 in many ways. Elements of their own, or more like added elements from other games. And there's nothing wrong about copying systems that have been done in other games. If it fits, if it makes sense. That was not actually the problem. Is the cryo launcher? Ah,
It's working. This way should take me back to the monolith.
ah. So if it's frozen and you hit it with the electricity, you do even more damage than you would normally do in the weak point, in the headshot. So from 300 something it went to 500 when it was frozen, the damage.
Report. Mutations are at stage 3. Specimens are enveloping themselves in mineral material, creating a stone-like outer shell. Their genetic structure is stable. Alpha of the pack is growing exponentially, which is promising. Genetic code fragment harvested.
A recording of some sort. It sounds like a report from some kind of experiment.
But Sci-Fi, if you're there, are you not at least a little bit excited about Diablo 4? Especially about being able to play a druid. Because Diablo 3 didn't have one, Immortal didn't have one. I mean, Last Epoch has a druid and they're handling it, well, the equivalent of the druid. And they're handling it pretty nicely. But yeah, I think many people would really want to try that druid and that necro. The druid and the necro seem to be very well done in Diablo 4. after making lists, after making skill trees, spreadsheets with the skill trees, and reading all the descriptions of the skills and figuring out some of the synergies, I definitely got very excited about those. In the open beta, people would be able to play all 5 classes. In the early access to the open beta, the weekend before that, they would only be able to play. Oh no no no! Oh fuck! It doesn't let me move to heal. Oh! This fucking boss. Man, I can't fucking get the perfect timing to hit this. Can I freeze it? I cannot freeze it. I don't have healing. I don't have the healing. And it's super difficult to hit that weak point. Just when I think I've got it, boom, he moves. And since you have to charge the gun to shoot it, that's... Oh, don't tell me I have to redo the whole thing again. This is what I don't like about Souls-like games. Why is it so fucking difficult to make a checkpoint? And if I die during a boss fight, I get respawned right before the boss fight. Now I need to go ahead and reach it. And this is stupid. This is extremely stupid to have to redo a bunch of boring shooting to make ice just so I can reach that there. Just not nice. That this is where my checkpoint is, and this is where I would probably say enough of this game. If you die in a boss fight, it makes sense to be able to respawn right before the boss fight, to have like a checkpoint, a save right before the boss fight. This is the logical expected behavior from a game. Not to have to redo a bunch of boring shooting at water to freeze it, just so you can reach the boss and just so you can restart it then. There's nothing wrong about failing a boss fight, but it's wrong when the game makes you do a bunch of boring stuff before you can reattempt that boss. And this is where they lost me. So before it's too late for a refund, I'll stop playing the game. Again, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I will be releasing my upcoming high-profile games video for March. And after that, maybe I would release WoW profile, but I wanna make as many Diablo 4 builds as possible before the beta. I want at least 2 of each, and if there's free time, I'll start making a third one for each, if possible. We'll see. But thanks for stopping by and watching. Keep it cool. Until next time from me, and goodbye. Cool up.